So welcome along everybody to the October Vevox seasonal roundup. We're really excited to have you. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Talking about seasonal, it's been unseasonably warm here in the UK, so I hope you guys over in the UK have had the chance to get out and really enjoy the lovely weather. My name's Charlie Thomas. I'm based in the customer success team here at Vevox on the business side. So hello to some of you who I've never met before. This is Enya, who's joining today. She's also based in the customer success team on the business side. So
hello, Charlie said good afternoon to those in the UK, so I shall say good morning, good evening and good night to those joining from everywhere else. So should we get cracking? I think we shall.
Yeah, let's crack on.
So we're going to start today's session with a quick poll just to get us all warmed up. You should know how these things goes. With Vevox, we love a good poll. So if you want to scan the QR code, or you can go to vevox.app on your browser and type in that 9-digit code. What is your favourite thing about autumn? Now, Charlie will tell you, I'm an autumn girly. I love the autumn. Everything about the autumn is my favourite. If you can't see, I have Halloweeny nails right now. So we want to collect some feedback. What is your favourite thing about this season that we are in now? So we're going to leave it open for a little while to get some responses. So let's have a look at some of those results. Ooh, pumpkin spice. I didn't I, this morning? Came into the office with my little pumpkin spice. I did, yeah.
Someone showing my love of fireworks there. Cozy jumpers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And a good wood burner.
Ooh, sorry, moved fast on that one.
Candles, bonfire night. Yeah, spooky. Coloured leaves.
See, someone said hot chocolate. Maybe that's where I was going with mine. Yeah, definitely. So. Someone said it's not winter yet. They're just refusing. They're holding on to summer.
Yeah.
I'm ready to welcome in the next season. I was ready about 3 months ago, honestly.
Thank you for your contributions there. It's lovely to see what you love about the autumn time. So we've got a bit of a packed agenda for you today, and the updates have been coming like buses in September, which is really exciting. So lots to share with you. So the reason why you guys are all here today to find out about those recent updates to the Vevox dashboard, which we will be running through with you today. We'll talk in a little bit about some of the use cases around those features and how some of them have come about based on your feedback. We will be having a sneaky peek into what the product team are up to, what they're thinking about in the roadmap in the coming quarters. Enya's going to show a bit more around some of the other Vevox updates to the PowerPoint add-in and the MS Teams integration. As ever, we've got the Q&A board open today, and so we would love to hear your questions. Do throw them our way. Do come in your feedback as well. So all of our updates are built around your feedback, and so we'd love to hear any enhancements that you'd like to see in the platform. Also, we'd love to hear about how you've taken some of these new features and relayed them into your kind of use cases. So if you've got any really awesome ideas or great experiences from some of the recent updates, please do share them in the Q&A board as well.
So today's session is going to be interspersed with a few polls so that we can show you a new feature later on. So up now, we have a little poll for ourselves. What was announced in our summer release, i.e. our last seasonal webinar? Which of these things did we announce as new releases? Please select all of the answers that apply. So of these 4 answers, select every single one that you think we announced in our last seasonal webinar. We're going to close that poll and we're going to see who got the answer correct. So it looks like a good number of you got it correct. All 4 of those things were announced in our last seasonal roundup. And today we're just going to take you very quickly through the things we announced last time and then on to the things that we're announcing this time.
Over to you.
This was my one, wasn't it? So within the Q&A, you are now able to reply to people's questions. And what we have recently released is the ability to see those replies within the present view. So as you can see here on the right-hand side of a question within the present view on the Q&A, you can see that little speech bubble icon. That is to indicate that there is a reply to this question that has been put in by a host or a moderator. You are able to click on that little speech bubble button and it will reveal the answer that has been typed in. So this is really helpful if you're running a really large session with lots of people and a few moderators to help you out. If you're not going to get to answer every single question in that Q&A setting, it's nice to have the option to have people typing out those responses. You can also see the typed responses on the participant view as well. So moving over, now it's your turn, I promise.
Yeah, it's been a hugely popular feature actually, the reply to Q&A. Moving into announcements, so some of you might remember from previous releases of Vevox, the host messaging, so being able to put out a host message, you will have noticed that it would have moved further and further down the Q&A board as participants' responses were coming in. So we brought in the ability to publish host announcements that you can pin at the top of your Q&A board. So you can preload and type in all of those announcements that you want to have across the course of your session, so pre-do them, and then when you're going through your session you can see the little like gramophone, or no, can't think, megaphone, that's the one, icon, which allows you to publish those announcements. So really great for guiding people to your Q&A board and giving them a bit of background about how to use the Q&A during your session. But we've also seen lots of our customers using the Q&A board for discussion, so being able to pin the discussion topic at the top of the Q&A board and being able to kind of track those discussion points when you're looking in the back-end report.
Okay, thank you very much. We've also had some updates to the co-host settings. So previously you were only able to delete, sorry, everyone was able to delete a session. Now you are only able to delete that session if you are the owner of the session. So this helps with people accidentally deleting other people's data and things like that. So now if you are the owner of the session, you're the only person that can delete it. You can change the owner of the session by clicking on the little 3 dots within the session list and clicking change owner. And once you have shared a session with someone, you'll be able to make them the owner of that session. So to share the session, you go to the settings menu, and to change the owner, you would do it in the 3 little dots there.
Yeah, and it's saving you guys from kind of jumping into the support side if you need any of the sessions moving, if any of your colleagues have switched roles. So jumping into AI, hugely topical at the moment, lots of people talking about it. We've also been getting really intuitive at Vevox around AI. Lots of our focus currently has been built around the creation of questions. So we released the AI quiz feature earlier, and it gives you the opportunity to ask Christopher, I can never remember his name, a little quiz bot. You can type in a topic and he will go away and he will search for some questions for you and he will program them into your dashboard. So yeah, great for inspiration if you're one of those people like me who spends hours trawling the internet coming up with some really awesome questions. You've got a little helper for you to go away and do that.
Okay, so now we've got time for one other poll. In fact, I think we've got 2 polls lined up now. What is the meaning of the word Vevox? What is the meaning of the name of our company? We promise it's not just that it looks cool, like some Roman numerals and things like that. It does have an actual meaning. So if you want to go ahead and type in the answer and press send when you're ready, and we'll have a look at what some of you think that Vevox stands for, and then reveal the answer to you. Ooh, a fair few of you got it right, so that's impressive. We have value every voice. We have a fair few people. We've got 3 different entries of value every voice, so well done to those people. It does mean value every voice. Vox is the Latin word for voice, so it's VE, Vox, value every voice. So the next question, I promise this is the last completely unrelated to anything question that we're going to use. How many members are there currently in our customer success team? That's the team that we are in. This is current numbers, so this does not include 2 lovely team members who are off on parental leave at the moment. So if you were including those 2, take that number out, but it's just the current numbers for the customer success team. Let's see. Ooh, no, not yet. There we go. Ooh, a good spread. Someone thinks we have 20. No, multiple people think we have 23 people in the team. Not quite that large of a team. I think our manager's head might explode if she had to manage 23 of us. That would be quite a lot, bless her. No, there's 12 of us in the customer success team currently, plus the 2 who are on parental leave. That makes the 14 of us in our little merry band. Okay, so the reason that we were showing that is going to be made all very clear in a little while, I promise. So, Charlie.
Yeah, so stepping into the September update. So our product team got up super early on a Sunday morning on the 24th of September to bring this release to you guys. Lots of the release was focused around making it much easier and intuitive from an admin perspective for you. And as part of that, we looked at making some improvements in the session management. So session management improvements. So you'll notice that the list looks slightly different. And so previously you were able to toggle between like a grid view and a list view. So we've kind of amalgamated it into one really intuitive list view now, just to make it easier from an organisation perspective. We've carried that imagery over for your session cards, but most importantly, you can now search for your session by its name or by its ID. So super easy to find your sessions. You can also sort your sessions as well, and so particularly good if those of you are kind of doing lots of training sessions and you want to kind of sort by topics. So you can come in, you can sort by all of your sessions, and you can sort by those sessions that are shared with you by your colleagues as well. You can also search by a session owner, and if you're ever like me, you've recently created a session, you can't find it, you can search by those that were recently created. So yeah, lots of improvement, which kind of leads me into the labeling feature. So this was something that existed for some time in the Vevox platform, but we had lots of feedback from you guys in terms of making intuitiveness improvements. So being able to group sessions more easily. So you'll see that the labels are now more visible in this view. You can go into the little ellipsis menu and type in your own session labels and edit them within there. And you can, once you've done that, you can then go into the labels drop down and search via your labels as well. So previously those labels were a global setting as well, so you'd see the labels created by other users in your account. We've changed this so the labels are now applicable to you, so those labels that you have created.
Okie dokie. The next thing that we've released is the ability to archive your session data. So if I come back to the dashboard here, we have a session that we created earlier. As you can see, these polls all have some level of response in them. So if we come over to the data tab now, we can, instead of clearing all the data as we previously used to do, we can reset the session data. So what this is going to do is it is going to clear the answers to polls, the answers to surveys, and everything in that Q&A. And instead of deleting that data, if you click reset session data, you'll get a little pop-up warning you that you can't undo it. That's fine. Clicking reset, and you'll see you have that data stored here. So I can click in this little ellipsis menu and I can rename the session to maybe the specific date that session was ran on. I can download that data, or here I can also delete that session data. So this is really helpful if you're running multiples of the same session perhaps, and you want to be able to keep the data, but not keep it in the poll itself. Okie dokie.
Absolutely. So yeah, coming on to the user manager feature that we brought in. So some of you might be familiar with the user manager role for some of the larger Vevox subscriptions. We have brought this permission now into pro plans upwards. So the user manager feature will be aligned to the person that is the account admin in your account. And it now basically allows them to come in and view all the users in the account and easily administer, so adding and deleting users within the prescribed number of license seats that they have in their account. So you'll see we've brought in that license little feature, so you can see how many seats that you have in your subscription and how many seats have been filled. So much easier for you to kind of administer those users in your accounts and not rely on coming to the support team. Also, you have the ability now, so if all your user seats are filled and you want to add some more, you can go up to the add licenses feature and you can add some more user seats in your account.
Very good. So we've had a few other updates to Vevox that aren't within the dashboard itself. The first being the fantastic update that we've had to our Teams integration. Previously, when you added in the Vevox app to the Teams call, you would just see the participant view and you'd be able to answer the polls and put things in the Q&A in that sense. Now, as the host of the session, you are able to run your polls from within the Teams add-in. So you no longer have to have multiple windows open. You can just do it from the Teams add-in itself. You can open the poll, close the poll, move on to the next one, all the same things. It's a really helpful tool that we've seen a lot of our customers using. I personally use it myself all the time. It's great. It's really fun. And the next thing we have added is our PowerPoint add-in has had a few updates. So obviously we've had the new version released that we love and we adore. And the newest update is the reason that I have been asking you all these little polls spattered throughout. We have finally added in the Vevox Leaderboard to the PowerPoint add-in. So here we have to show you all live. We have a few people. So in tied first place, there are 3 of you. So well done. You should be seeing that little gold medal on your screens, congratulating you on winning. And then we had tied for 4th and tied for 9th. So well done, everyone, for taking part, and especially well done to the 3 of you for winning. Well done. So
yeah, just to add to that PowerPoint as well, you'll see that the countdown timer has been added to it as well. And you've got all your kind of poll type parity with the dashboard as well. So lots more in the way of poll types you can utilise in your presentations now. So yeah, we promised to give you a bit of a sneaky peek into the Vevox roadmap and give you a bit of an idea on what our product team are thinking about and planning. So as ever, they make us put a bit of a proviso on the information that we share with you. So the following items are planned. They're being investigated and designed, but currently have no fixed release date on the roadmap, but we'd like to be expecting to kind of see these and more on these as we kind of work through 2024. So in the short term, some of the things that the team are looking at are the countdown timer sounds. So some of you guys might be familiar in our legacy PowerPoint version. You can add those sounds in and yeah. But so yeah, hoping to kind of bring that into the dashboards at some point to make those kind of countdowns even more fun. Some of the eagle-eyed ones of you will notice in the numeric poll that it currently displays a mean average in the results. So we've had feedback around bringing node and median in, so something they're looking at for you. Improved image download from the data page. So currently you can download images individually. Again, we've had lots of feedback in terms of making it even easier and being able to download those images as one. So something they're kind of looking into. In the participant app, and they're looking at improvements here as well. So some of the ideas, correct answer explanations. Currently you see them in the present view display only. Having the countdown timer in the app's real-time results building within the app for participants. And something we hear lots of feedback around is multiple concurrent surveys. So being able to have more than one survey open in a given session. As ever, we're always looking into ongoing improvements and updates to our MS Teams integrations. So they're looking at ways we can improve the Q&A management. Looking a bit further along, so winter, spring 2024, loads and loads of feedback, loads of people asking for fastest finger speed scoring in quizzes. So it's really exciting to see that they're starting to look at that now. Reusing past questions, self-paced quiz leaderboards as well. So yeah, another really kind of exciting way to bring those leaderboards. I hope you've seen it in the PowerPoint. Teams and PowerPoint as well. So looking at poll creation directly from into the integrations. PowerPoint as well. So looking at improvements to slide design and layout. So yeah, lots that they're thinking about. As ever, we love to hear from you and your feedback. So do reach out to your customer success manager, have a chat with them if you think there's some enhancements that you can bring to the platform. Also, feel free to use our Q&A board today. Do feel free to kind of plumb in some of your shouts and suggestions. We'd love to hear them.
Another thing we really love to hear is customer case studies. So if you've got any of those today, also put those in the Q&A, because there's nothing that makes us happier than hearing how you're using Vevox. And as Charlie said, reach out to your customer success manager and let them know, because we do really enjoy hearing it and it's always beneficial to us. So today we're going to look at Kerry from ALTC, who recently used the AI quiz tool to help her save a whole bunch of time in what would have taken her over an hour to source all the material for the questions and source all the answers and get everything organized. Took her less than 30 minutes with the AI quiz tool. So she was up and ready to go, bish bash bosh, no messing around. And she says all she had to do was go in, make some amends and tweaks, and it was all ready to go. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Kerry. We do really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that AI quiz feature. I don't know if any of you joined us for our Christmas quiz last year. I know we've got a couple of people holding the Christmas coveted title, the Christmas Know-It-All. I think
Christmas Know-It-All, that was it, yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll bring that back in December time. So yeah, it'd be awesome if you could join us for that.
So lastly, we're just going to ask you as an audience, what would you like to see in future seasonal roundups? So is it, you can put in features that you'd like us to add, things you'd like us to do better as presenters. I'm pretty sure we're already pretty great, but if you've got any feedback, we do like to hear it. We're probably not going to spend too long looking at the feedback of this slide, but we will look afterwards. I promise. We do read every single thing that you guys put in. So if you wanted to put in some answers, that would be lovely. Last thing to cover really is that our next seasonal roundup is going to be in January. So after the festive period, when everyone's feeling a little full from Christmas Day and whatnot, Thursday, the 11th of January. I don't know which of our lovely colleagues are up next.
I think we've got Kat and Lewis, actually.
Oh, we do.
Both from the business side again. So yeah, they're looking forward to jumping on with you guys and seeing you for the next seasonal roundup.
They'll be wonderful, I promise you. Okay, so if you've got any questions, we're going to jump over to the Q&A now. So if you would like to, you can scan this QR code. Alternatively, I'm just going to run over here and I'm going to open up the present view for us so that we can have a look at some of those questions coming in. So this is a really good chance to show you that Q&A feature we talked about earlier, those host replies. I can see straight away that my colleague Kyle has answered this question for us already. So he's put that little reply feature in. So will there be development on creating folders to group sessions? It would be much easier to organize than labels. Kyle has said that we will pass this one back on to feedback. So thank you very much for replying to that one, Kyle. So we're going to hide that question there. And if you have any further feedback that you would like to see, then please do so. Have you got a date of when the old PowerPoint plugin is going to be discontinued?
Not that I'm aware of at the moment. Of course, as ever, if anything changes there, we will keep you informed very ahead of time. But yeah, not at the moment that we're aware of, obviously, and we're still putting lots of development into the new PowerPoint add-in. So we will keep the legacy version running alongside it.
No need to worry about that one. We're going to hang on to it for a little bit. So we're going to move that one. So really appreciate the session, guys. Very informative. You are very welcome. We're always here to answer your questions. So do reach out to your customer success manager and they will help you answer anything you've got there.
The Christmas quiz you mentioned sounds fun.
I don't think we have a date for the Christmas quiz yet, do we?
I don't think we have, but I have had lots of customers requesting that we bring it back. We did have a whale of a time doing that last year. We did have special guest Santa join us. So shameless plug, if you are looking for a bit of fun towards Christmas, join us for our coveted Vevox Christmas quiz and your chance to win the title of the Christmas Know It All.
Yeah.
It's a really good opportunity as well, just to kind of see the quizzing features in full swing. And yeah, we usually save a copy of all of the quiz questions and upload them to the dashboard for you. So if you guys are doing the same, you can easily import the questions into your Christmas quiz if you're planning to run one as well.
Yeah. What is the best way to share feedback with Vevox outside of these sessions? So you are always welcome to contact your customer success manager. We always want to hear your feedback. Alternatively, you could email hello@vevox.com and there will be a team of people that would read your feedback there. But your first port of call, I would always say, should be your customer success manager, as it's really the best part of our day to get your feedback and help answer your questions.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're here to advocate for you as well and push those ideas to our product team.
Okay, any plans to enable making text larger on the dashboard for questions and correct answer explanations? I believe this is in terms of accessibility, in terms of the font size. I don't know that there is currently a plan for that, but I will pass that on to the feedback team, as we are always looking at our accessibility and ways to make it better. If you are in the Q&A, you can click on a question to make that question larger and sort of everyone's attention, but I'm not sure if that's what you meant. So we will definitely pass that one back on to our feedback team. Yes, you can most certainly get a copy of the recording. It will be sent out, I believe, tomorrow. But yes, you'll definitely get a copy of this here recording. I've answered a lot of them now, so I'm going to let you take one, I promise.
It would be useful to have an easy way of making the results and correct answer explanations available to the audience after the session. So yeah, I guess, yeah, another great bit of feedback from attendees. We have lots of customers use our self-paced quizzing as well. I don't know whether you've dipped into that. You can access it via the survey feature. If you're plumbing in questions, you can add in correct answers in there and it turns it into a self-paced quiz for you. But the beauty of that little feature is once you complete the quiz, it will bring up a display of how many answers that you've got correct, and you can dip into your individual questions, and you can go in and view where you've responded, where the correct answer was, and you can put those correct answer explanations in there. So that might be something that you might want to try. Do reach out to us, and we can share a little help article for you to have a look at.
So we hope to see you guys next time on the seasonal roundup. But before that, we hope to see you for the Christmas quiz. So we hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll speak to you next time.
See you later.
Bye.